crazy title this one has. The monster wants to eat me. Huh? I think we checked out a trailer a month or a couple weeks back ago. Honestly, I don't remember anything about it, but it looks like there's a bunch of cute girls doing cute things, hopefully. Or maybe it's a bunch of cute girls doing traumatizing things. Let's see what happens today. Very tranquil, very peaceful. Dead eyes though. What happened to you, lady? Kevin Penkin sounding ass. The art looks gorgeous. Do you see the blood? do you see the blood on the girl with the eyes as deep as the sea? Who? What began? Our Yuri relationship? Haunting soundtrack, I love it. A girl who seeks death and waits for the seed. Jesus Christ. Just a suicidal MC? I was gonna say, why is she so suicidal and depressed? Well, she wakes up and what do we see blurred in the background? Yeah. Everyone is dead in her family, huh? Wonder how they died. Imagine it's the monster girl. And then she's got such scars in her arms. In the opening too, right? You saw the marks in her body right here, right? Oh, Auntie ghosting for the anniversary. Look what Auntie says. I can't make it back for the anniversary this year if your parents passing. But like, you going to high school, I'm sure your parents are going to be so happy in heaven. Good luck, by the way. Bye. She can't take care of her nephew. She's not going to be fine. The Auntie does not give a fuck. Friend group? Okay. Is that the other depressed girl in the opening? Everyone's basically just ghosting her and abandoning her. So she had like a big bro, mom and dad. Hot take, but the last thing that I wanted to see when my mom died was her ashes box. Like, I hated that it was in the living room. Like, do you want to be reminded every day of this shit over? Maybe it's like a, you know, a personal, subjective thing, but the last thing I want to be reminded of is like that fact that like my family is dead. Yeah, you should cherish them and they should live in your memories. But every day you wake up, the first thing you see is a reminder that, hey, your family is dead. A happy family. How dare there be a happy family outing when my family's dead? Oh my god, that kid has a little big brother? Reminded me of my dead big bro. Hinako, huh? And guess where they're waiting now? Apparently in heaven, according to Auntie. Because that's when they died, maybe? The anniversary, right? They died in summer. Did they drown? And? Me too, bro. I fucking hate summer. Summer is the worst season to ever exist. You know why? Because it is boiling hot and you can't do anything about it unless you have air conditioner. Winter, there's things you can do. You can increase the heat of your place, and if you're not, you know, privileged enough to do that, you can wear more layers of clothing. Summer, there's only so much you can do once you're just naked. If you don't have air conditioner, good fucking luck. You go outside, it's swamp ass hot. You're just sweating. It's just nasty. I fucking hate it. And the sunburns. You gotta wear so much sunscreen all the time. It's the fucking worst season. The mosquitoes. God damn. Fuck summer. The best weather is like right after summer. Right now is actually really nice. Fall is about to happen. summer ended, and it's like this transitionary period where it's just like nice and cool and chill. The depressing rain and the snow hasn't set in just yet, but it's nice weather, sweater weather, you're chilling, it's nice, bro. As well as after winter. The transition between winter to spring also pretty chill. I fucking hate summer. From like bottom of my heart, delete that season. What's in the water, bro? Huh? Huh? Is that the girl? Is it the monster girl? Oh, this is menacing. Duh. Dramatic water. Dude, dramatic water is crazy. Usually it's like cherry blossoms, right? Wind is happening and the hair is all fluttering. You see like leaves, but there's like water droplets. You might have. Yeah. That's the title, right? Literally, wasn't that the title, right? Super depressed girl wants to like die by the sea or some shit. Hints at how the parents died, or the family, right? Obviously, they drowned? Is this a car that's all crushed in? I can't really tell. It looks like some sort of random debris. And then the mom saying what? Moments before their family all died? My bad for trying to save you, girl. God damn, rude. Fuck you. Maybe you should jump in the water. God damn, the audacity. Her outfit, though. It's not covered by blood just yet. That's the monster. Doesn't it feel like the bubbling thing was her in the water? She was the source of the bubbling, and then Hinako was looking at the water and almost become charmed to almost fall in, and then she got out and saved her from behind, and that's why she was wet. NPCs, no eyes. The girl from the text message. Interesting how her outfit, she intentionally wears long sleeve underneath. Is that to hide the scars? She a little stupid. Miko is very caring for Hinako, huh? Domain expansion. This is her POV? Hello, Mr. Fish. Okay, cool visuals. What's the symbolism here? The piano soundtrack is so good. I feel like she's literally drowning herself out of all the excess noise. I don't know if there's supposed to be any deeper symbolism beyond that, but she's like in our own world underwater. The piano soundtrack is so good. The dissonance in the keynotes. Dude, the soundtrack is so good. On the day that her family died, right? What a sinister soundtrack, it just keeps going. Miko does not care. Exactly, right? The monster that we met. Because her eyes were like the sea. Didn't she describe it? Or maybe she was involved in her family death and she just forgot about it. I don't know. That entire sequence, very unsettling. What really stood out to me was the soundtrack. I don't know if the deep water immersion domain expansion added to, you know, this experience for you guys, but I think this is just like showing that she's mentally drowning everything out, and like the trauma of the sea stuff is still haunting her. And remembering that this girl that we met in the earlier scene, why does she immediately think that she was like the sea? Well, she describes her eyes as deep as the sea. But beyond that, was she at the event of her family dying? I don't know. And again, the soundtrack that kept playing with the piano and the violins later, like that shit was adding a lot to the mysterious, you know, menacing aura of the scene. Next. Mikarina YouTuber? Look at all these NPCs. Executives! We are not in the student council. Miko's definitely a slacker. PE teacher? Alright. Good luck, girl. That's on you. This girl reminds me of Kita from Bocchi the Rock, right? It's the red hair and the overall design. Why does it feel like this cheerful, outgoing girl that Hinako has? Why does it feel like she's actually more depressed than Hinako? Am I reaching? I think I'm reaching right now because I saw the visuals in the opening that showed Miko really sad. I was thinking that like maybe Miko is putting up this front of this super happy, happy-go-lucky vibe in front of Hinako because she's also trying to mask in the depression that she has, and she's actually like way more like sad and tragic than Hinako, but I could be reaching. She gives me what's her name? Sayori vibes. Yeah. Remember, what's it called? Doki Doki Literature Club? No spoilers if you still don't know, but Sayori was like this too, right? Super happy, bubbly outside in the public, yay! But it's like, what's going on at home? Okay. Gym teacher's mad. These girl skirts are too damn short. The drown out domain expansion again. Kill time. I thought it says kill me for a second. The girl again. The monster. Yeah. What is this girl all about? What? Is that a compliment? Smells like the sea? Usually that's like an insult when you describe a girl's coochie, right? This is a very slow burn series, huh? I'm kind of immersed though. I want to see what happens. You're looking for that girl that looks like the sea. We got sunset lighting happening. Something significant should happen in sunset lighting. Oh! Oh! Ew! What the hell? Why is it so long? It's her hair. Oh, that's off-putting. Okay, then. It's so off-putting, the long hair. It's the bubbles again, like before. It's the monster. Oh! Ew. What the fuck? This is what you really look like? Ugh. Yeah? You can smell the blood? Sai Kaido. No! It wasn't her! Okay, I thought this is actually her true form or something. So the girl did warn us, right? Like, hey, you better be careful. I thought it was the girl in there just doing a little bit of trolling, but they're separate monsters?
どういうこと？今朝は邪魔されたがこれでやっとありつき。
Yo, where's our savior? Where's the other girl?
すごい。
Oh god, that's a lot of arms.
わけがわからない。はあ。
Dude, she's accepting it. She's accepting it. Now she can see her family in heaven.
私も。
That's so fucked up. She's willing to accept her death. That's the state of her head at. But would your family be okay with this? I don't think they would. I think they'd say, fight back.
私も。
But she's out. How? Did a monster save us? It's her again!
って言ったのに。
Okay. Imagine it's actually the same person, the monster in the water and her, and she just gaslighting her. I don't think so, but imagine that like she's like actually the monster, and she's like, see, I saved you again. Wow, you owe me a favor.
危ないって言ったのに。
She got a cute little fang.
あなた。
Oh! A mermaid!
邪魔をしようって。それは私。いそうな風情が。人魚。
New level yokai! What the hell? Not bad! This could have been way worse, man. It could have been shitty ass CG. What the? We got a mermaid and we have like yokai spirits and like exorcism shit happening?
下船な妖怪が随分と大口を叩きますね。
Okay.
それは私の。私のものです。
Oh god damn! Alright then!
それはまるで。
Yo! What the hell kind of sea creature fight is this?
指一本動かない。
Oh.
それなのに。
I can't look away!
私は。
Mermaids are real, huh? Yokais are real. And now we have context as to why Hinako was holding this girl's arm, looking mesmerized, yet she has blood all over her. She just saved her life.
大丈夫でしたか？名前。もちろん知っていますよ。ですから。
Why?
探す。あなたは。
Why was the monster also looking for her? Hinako and Shiori.
君を食べに来ました。
How? In what way? Literally? Huh?
私は
Freaky.
君を食べに来ました。君の血肉はと集まってくる。心臓が。
What the fuck? Something about her is just super like tasty for yokai creatures, including the mermaid too. She is just like a magnet. She's the perfect like food for them.
君の血肉は特別に美味しい。だからああいう連中も集まってくる。心臓たちまるで潮騒のようにうるさい。
More delicious?
それまで私が必ず。
She's literally waiting for the fruit to ripen. Yeah, I think it is the negative energy, right? Why would this part here, pathetic creatures with no sense of patience? I think Shiori right now is talking about the monster that was trying to eat her. So like if you give it enough time, this would become an even better dish in the future. And in order for the dish to get better, is it for her to become more depressed? In this world, these monsters feeds off the negative energy and the depression of cute girls? Water looks beautiful. So that you can eat me? Alright! But before she gets to eat us, she'll realize that she actually loves us. And through the power of Yuri and lesbian power of love, she will not eat us in the future? What are we gonna do about it? We can't fight back against her. Huh. Okay then. Imagine... Oh, this is a crazy theory. If we go off the basis that she has been waiting this entire time, making Hinako get ripened more and more, let's take this all the way back and theorize. she's the one that killed her parents. Because she wanted to make this girl so depressed that like she's gonna be tastier. You get it? We got what I'm saying? She killed her parents so that this girl's gonna get more suicidal and depressed, but not totally suicidal, right? She can't just have her die. No, that's my food. We need to wait. This is some insane level of grooming happening right now. What a weird ass show. We got shrines? Of course we have shrines. I mean, there's exorcism and yokais, right? Maybe? She's got fever, stuck at home. Or the cold is a lie, and this is society all over again. And this is like a girl that's super depressed that can't show up to school. I think the cold is a lie. Damn, that view at school is crazy good. Sunset lighting again? Good question. Yes. Like, you're gonna actually eat me? Like, can you at least start with the head first? Because I definitely don't start with the feet first, right? If I'm going down into a meat grinder, I am not going down feet first. End my misery by biting off my head first, please. Okay. We need to become more happy. This is a crazy ass therapy happening right now. But if the logic is if she gets more sad, that she gets more tasty, then in order for our survival, she needs to get happier. We will cure depression by threatening this girl of her life. That like, if you don't get happy, I will eat you. Wounds? Mental wounds? Or physical wounds? She's talking about mental wounds, I think. Miko-chan! And she's gone. Bye, mermaid. Where did she go, though? She just jumped off. It's always fun to imagine stuff like this. Where Miko-chan's about to walk up, she hears it, and now she literally just jumped off. This girl is nonchalantly just disappearing. She literally just fucking jumped over this wall. Yeah, that's what happened. God, the soundtrack in this show is so good. Okay, stop. What is this show again? This monster wants to eat me. This monster wants to eat me. Anichar. Hold up, I gotta check out who the hell is the soundtrack composer of this, because the one thing that really stood out to me this entire episode was the soundtrack and how immersed I am. Looking at the staff, looking at the music, right? Sound director, we have sound effects, music, Keiji Inai. I don't know who this guy is, but here it is. Boom, boom. Keiji Inai, Japanese composer. He's done soundtracks for the beginning after the Danmachi soundtrack. That's why it is. Danmachi soundtrack. Yes. Even in debate, I mentioned in an episode that like, yo, this soundtrack sounds a lot like Danmachi. It is Danmachi soundtrack composer. No, this guy is elite. Now, this composer is actually an elite composer. Danmachi soundtrack, I think, is so fucking good. The fantasy settings that it sets, bro. And in debate, there's also a very similar, you know, fantasy theme. He also did like Irregular Magic High School. Sorry, no. Misfit of Demon King Academy and some of the other shows too. But no, I was like, and he's also doing a soundtrack for the Fujimoto Love Letter. Remember the multi-parter Fujimoto one-timers? Anyways, I was like, why does this soundtrack sound so good? This composer, this guy's fucking elite, bro. Yeah, literally. Oh, strings, bro. I actually do think the soundtrack is carrying. Of course it's her. Whoa, it's the mermaid. Yep. The smell of the sea. It's the girl that smells like fish. She's here.
今日からこのクラスの一員となる
海の匂い
Hello. I think the soundtrack is carrying this anime so far.
私は君を食べに来ました
And my
私
suffering.
の望みを叶えてくれるか
Damn. Maybe I can finally rest in peace. And she smiles.
死なせてくれるかもしれない
God damn, that voice acting at the end. That was chilling, bro. With the smile too, with that smirk. That's the first time she smiled today. And it's that of, I want to die, finally.
死なせてくれるかもしれない
I'm surprised this anime doesn't have suicide warnings in the beginning like Takopi or even Call the Night did for a while because Anko had a gun to her head. This girl's completely suicidal. This show has no suicide warnings. Damn. Alright, this episode, I don't think is in the 8s. Is it a strong impression? A strong first episode? I don't really think so. I think it's a solid episode though. Nothing too crazy. It sets up the immediate premise of a girl that's depressed because her family died last summer. Everyone in her family seems pretty clocked out. The auntie doesn't want to visit her. And the only thing that she really has going on is Miko-chan. And Miko-chan might be a Sayori clone from Doki Doki Literature Club where, if you don't know, the happiness that's showing in public is actually the complete opposite of what's going on at home. And this girl's so suicidal that she just wants to die. And turns out she's actually kind of in this weird situation where she's tasty. She's so depressed that she is tasty to the yokai. Does that mean there's no other depressed girl at school? Kind of find that hard to believe, but I'm assuming that depression and the sadness is why she is so tasty to the yokai. Kind of like Jujutsu Kaisen with like how cursed spirits are created due to negative emotions, I guess. And we also have, you know, the mermaid girl who is grooming her. Shiori is grooming her and might have actually been there when her parents died too. Maybe in order to make her the most depressed, therefore tasty meat ever? I don't know. Looks like, again, a Yuri anime. The premise, again, is very tragic and sad, but I see potential in this. Maybe this is gonna be amazing. We need to let it cook a little bit more, but right now, it's like in the mid-7s. I think the soundtrack really carries. The thing that really stood out to me is the direction of the anime was decent, but I think the soundtrack really elevates it to the next level. Hopefully, we can get even more greatness from that. That's it from me. If you're still here, though, if you enjoyed this reaction, please like the video. Check out the other playlists for more content. And until next time, take care.